it's me, Goku. So today I'm gonna be reacting to some Minecraft tutorial how to make a modern mansion. Alright, let's get started. This house is on. Wow, at least you got a bed in there. Whoa, that's cool. It just said that's not important. Alright. Under construction. Whoa! That's so cool! I feel like I want to live there. Alright guys, Vegeta
Hey, what's up,
will be
YouTube?
coming
In
over.
this video, I'll be showing you how to make this very simple modern mansion. If you enjoyed this video, all I ask is that you please hit that like button, as it really does help me and the channel out very, very much.
I'm
and
sure
of course, if you
Vegeta
do make
will,
it to the end of the video and you make this entire thing, share the video with a friend. Sharing is caring.
Alright,
Without any further
so when
ado,
the video is
let's
over, I'll
get
share
started. Now,
to
before we begin, I
Vegeta.
want to tell you a few things about the build. First of all, we will require every single one of these materials that you can see in my hotbar and inventory right now
So if
to make the build.
Vegeta will come over to ask me to go and train, so I better make this video quick.
Will now appear on screen telling you how much of each material you will roughly need to make the build. These are rough estimates, but they should be fairly
I'm
close.
recording this
And
video
on
on
top of
Sunday,
all of those
guys.
things, this is how much space you will require to
It's
make the build.
9th
A 27
of
block by a
October.
23 block area.
So
don't feel as
you
though
may
you have to make this grid, although it will
you may
make it
see
a
this
lot easier
video
to do so.
tomorrow.
So pause the video if necessary, make sure that you have all the stuff, make sure you've got enough of it, and make sure that you have enough room to build it, and then we can begin. So if you've made this grid in your world, you want to come all the way to the front left-hand corner of it, count inwards towards the center diagonally by 1, and this is where we're starting things off. Place 4 grey concrete coming up from the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4. And go right also by 4.
Let's add
1,
some volume.
2, 3, 4. Then connect down to the ground.
Alright.
Take the entire row of grey concrete and extend it backwards by 4 rows.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright.
And do the same with all of the other blocks in the row that connected down to the ground. Take the end of that row, specifically the top, and extend it to the right by a further 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And extend it down.
Alright.
I want you to take the block that hit the ground and place 3 white concrete going right. 1, 2, 3. Followed by a grey. 3 more white. 1, 2, 3. Then a grey.
Here it goes.
Then I want you to place behind that grey a white concrete. White concrete. Then place a grey concrete. 3 white. 1, 2, 3.
React to
Then
this
a
in
grey
Super
concrete.
Saiyan.
Then, coming towards the right of the build, I want you to place 3 white concrete.
Heck yeah.
1, 2, 3. And then a grey. On top of that grey, place 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And then extend this row to the right by 1 row. And then extend it 3 rows towards you. 1, 2, 3. And you want to do that to every single one of those blocks. Like this. And then I want you to take the end of this at the bottom. Place 2 quartz stairs going right. 1, 2. and then place a grey concrete to the right of the stairs. Extend the grey concrete upwards by 1,
All
2,
right.
3. Extend the whole row backwards by 3. 1, 2, 3. And do the same with all of the other grey blocks that we've placed. I then want you to take the entire
Guys,
row and extend
remember-
it outwards by 1 row, hitting
If
the
you've
edge
seen
of
the
your
manga,
grid.
I remember when
Then we
Frieza
are going to
pummeled
take the top
me
of the
and
row
Vegeta.
and extend it backwards by
sorry
8
for the
with the grey.
spoilers.
1,
So
2, 3,
click
4,
away
5,
right now.
6, 7.
So if you're still
8.
here and you've
We're then
read
going
the
to connect down to the
manga,
ground again.
I remember when Frieza
Now,
pummeled
looking back at
me
our
and
build,
Vegeta
we are going to extend
just
across
with
the
one
back of the build,
punch
starting
with
from
his
the
new
top,
black form.
by 5,
I want to get stronger so I
2,
can beat him.
3, 4, 5.
I want to have
and then
true
connects
Ultra
down.
Instinct.
Take the
I
block
want
on
to
the
become
ground and place 3
stronger
white to
to
the right.
beat Frieza.
1, 2, 3, and then a grey.
All right.
3 more white. 1, 2, 3, and a grey. 3 more white. 1, 2, 3, and a grey. And then I want you to place 8 grey going right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then, looking back on what we've made, coming back towards the front
Sorry
of the
that I'm
build,
quiet,
I
guys.
want you
I'm just.
to
I
extend
may be in Super Saiyan right now, but
that
I
8th
can
block
de-transform.
forwards by
Huh.
a further 8. 1, 2,
All right.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that. Then place 3 white. 1, 2, 3, and then a grey. 3 white. 1, 2, 3, then a grey. And then 3 glass. 1, 2, 3. Now, I realise that that is a lot, ladies and gentlemen, but if you take a look from the top, you should realise, hopefully, it's not that complicated. You know, it's a little bit tricky, I guess, but that's roughly about what we've made. That's about the floor plan for the lower part of the house. What I now want you to do is very, very simple. So, I want you to take the row of grey that we have all the way at the start here. You know this row of grey? Before we start placing all the white, I want you to place a row of grey concrete that extends from here, and it follows the same path that we have followed. Meaning, I want you to place a row of grey concrete that follows along just above all of what we've placed. In certain places you can't do it, like where we have the stairs here. In certain places we've already done it, like on the back here. But you can continue to extend this all the way across, and then eventually forwards, connecting to the front of our modern mansion. Very much
if you guys
like this.
Want to see me play
now, once you have done that,
game,
we do have a lot of details to add. So let's focus on the front part here. I want you to extend all of the single grey concretes between all of the white concretes upwards to connect to the frame of the house.
Trunks or Vegeta
like
to play,
this.
or any of
I
us
want you to fill in this area of the front with glass paint. So this is the very first area that we made, starting at the front right corner, or the front left corner, I should say, of the grid. Here. This area right here is actually an interesting area. It's kind of textured. So I want you to place layers of quartz slabs, starting from half the way off the ground, and half the way between each other. I want you to layer some quartz slabs coming all the way upwards. And behind this, we're also going to place some grey concrete. This is just to add a cool texture on the side of the house. It's basically something other than just having a window, you know? Speaking of windows, we have quite a few of them. On the front of the house, anywhere where we have the row of 3 white with the 2 gaps above them want to be filled in with glass. You should find several of these going around the house, specifically towards the right on the front And there will also be quite a few on the back. Like this. Now, where we have these two single white concretes is the entrance. So we're going to be doubling up on the white concrete and placing a row of glass just above, leaving a 2-block gap to allow...
Oh no, guys, hold on, it's an ad.
When it comes
guys,
to the
that's
steps
over.
that we have here, I'm going to simply extend these steps upwards until these steps are high enough that we would be able to walk around on top of the frame if we were actually going to be walking around up there, which we aren't just yet. Like that. Now, moving around to the right, here is where things get a little bit trickier. It's definitely a lot different here. First, I want you to connect the right-hand side down together, like I want you to form a rectangular shape like this.
How many minutes?
I then
What?
want you to place a row of quartz slabs directly above the rectangular shape
and
and
26
below, just in the spaces like this, just above and below the space. I want you to place grey concrete between the left side like this. And I want you to turn this into a window by placing some grey concrete here in the left side. We're also going to be placing grey concrete here in the right side. And we will also want to extend the quartz slabs out of the back of the building by one row like this, so they're overhanging the back. And we're going to be placing grey concrete here, like this, connecting these two corners together. You know what? I suppose that kind of like renders this row that we just placed a little bit irrelevant, really. But that's what we want to have.
Okay.
And then on the back, you see this is the thing as well. I also want to take the bottom and connect this together to form a rectangular shape. And then we're going to extend the quartz slabs to the right like this. So that is in line with the frame. And then we're going to place grey concrete here connecting the frame top to bottom. We're also going to place a row of grey concrete in the centre like this.
And if you want,
and then we're going to
you
fill
guys,
in the two
if you want to
rows
see me
with
rap,
glass pane. And
just
these
comment,
are going to be
and
two
I'll rap.
windows with window frames. This is basically just to break up all of the other windows, because we do have a lot of repeat windows. There's a reason that this build is quite simple. Now, continuing onwards, I want you to take the rows of grey concrete that we have here on the back, and I want you to extend them upwards to hit the frame.
Alright.
So, where you have the single grey concretes, extend them upwards to hit the frame like this. We're going to do the same thing on the right as well, just here, so that we do box in all of the windows. We're going to fill these in using glass pane, so filling in these two areas with glass pane like this.
And you saw that Jaden made
on the
his
right
own
side
animation
here is where we want to place some
one
more
of his
quartz
recent
slab
videos.
directly underneath and around all of the empty space that we have here. Coming round to the right side, we want to place quartz slab. As a matter of fact, it wants to come almost all the way to the right. I'm going to connect the grey concrete up here just so that we kind of have like a frame of reference. And then we can place another row of quartz slab kind of like all the way up above all of this empty space like this. And it only wants to come as far as here. We're going to place grey concrete on the ends of the quartz slab, right in the corner as well, and on the opposite end, connecting it like together like this, so it's like a proper structure. I'm going to make windows by placing grey concrete inside of the corners one row in, so like here. Also flip around to here as well. Similar to what we have on the opposite side. Again, you know, we have a lot of the same windows, hence why I've decided to vary it up a bit.
This video has been 14
I'm going
minutes
to place glass pane in the lower halves of
that's
this
how
particular
long
part of the
this
build,
video
and
has been.
also in the upper halves. I don't know why I said that as if we were going to do something different with the upper halves. With the lower half, we're doing this, but the upper half, we're doing the same. Now, once you have done that, on this side of the build also, I want you to connect the grey concretes upwards to hit the frame. This leaves 3 empty spaces. which we're going to fill in using glass pane. And of course,
Okay.
the only glass pane that we do have is blue, so it is going to be blue. And in doing that, we will have actually completed a large amount of the bottom of the house.
Okay.
Later on, we will be adding more detail to the bottom of the house, but for now, I want to get the house made before we do anything else that's drastic. Okay.
Alright.
First things first, I want you to work your way all the way over to the very back corner of the house, the back left-hand corner specifically. On top of this corner block, I want you to place a row of 4 grey concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay,
Like that.
4.
Then I want you to take this row of grey concrete that divides the windows, and I want you to take this block and extend it up also by 4. 1, 2,
3, 4.
Connect it backwards, like this. I want you to
Hey
take
guys, I have a question
another
for
row
you.
on the back of this
What's your
building.
favorite
I want
Dragon
you
Ball
to take
series?
specifically this grey concrete
Mine's
block that is
Dragon
in
Ball
line
Z.
with the window box here, and I want you to take this grey concrete and extend it upwards also by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then extend that across, connecting to the corner like this. Now, we are going to have to do a couple more things. So on the front, I want you to take the top corner here on the front, and I want you to extend this across to the right by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And
The
then
house
down,
looks like
also
it's almost done.
by 3 actually. 1, 2, 3. And then take the top and extend it to the right again by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then extend it down by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then I want you to take that 4th block again and extend it backwards by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then down by 3. 1,
Alright.
2, 3. And extend that 4th block to the right by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then down by 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hey guys,
Then
let
we're
me
gonna
try to do
extend
my
that 4th block
Vegeta
again,
impression.
backwards
Hey,
by 4.
Hey
1,
Kakarot,
2, 3,
I guess
4,
I'm going
and down by
to
3.
train with you today.
1, 2.
Galagon!
We're
Ah!
then going to take that 4th block again and extend
Alright
it to
guys,
the
how
right
did you think of
by
my
4.
Vegeta
1,
impression?
2, 3,
I hope
4.
Vegeta doesn't
And
see
then down
this.
by 3. 1, 2, 3. Once more, take that 4th block and extend it to the right by 1, 2, 3, and 4. Extend it down by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then connect it there. So that is what we want to have so far.
Okay.
Okay, first, we're going to place a row of grey concrete that sits underneath this shape. So, basically,
Brr,
like if we start
It's
here,
cold
just
in
place
here,
a row
guys.
of grey concrete that just sits underneath all of the grey concrete that we have placed.
Alright.
Like, it's just going to follow the shape that we placed, that we have placed itself, the shape that we've placed.
Guys,
And
if you're
we'll have
wondering
something
where
that
I'm
should look
reacting
like that, so
to,
you can see
I
it's
can't
now
react
a
in
lot better
the house
connected
because
down to the bottom.
Gigi says I
Now,
shout
what I also
bit.
want you to do, and this is a little bit tricky, but I want you
So
to
I
place a row of grey concrete that goes
so I
around
make the
the
videos
outside
in,
of what we've
in
just
Grandpa
done.
Gohan's
So
house.
basically, just add a row of grey concrete just on the outside of this. So it's kind of just bolstering the shape a little bit. The only place that I don't want to
And
actually
I'm
place
ready
it is
now.
in front of this 3-row entrance
Double
right here, because
Sunday.
this is actually going to be an entrance. So,
I became
like this.
Raditz for a sec.
And I also want you to turn this part that kind of sinks in a bit. This is actually going to be a corner. So I want you to connect the corners together like this. It should be fairly intuitive what you've got to do, just like this. I want you to turn it into a square. Quite simple. Then once you have done that, the reason that I have done that, by the way, there is a very good reason for this, is because I want to fill this in a little bit. So, for instance, that square that we've just made, I want you to fill it in using grass. This is actually, there's going to be a tree here, it's going to be nice.
Okay.
And we'll make the tree a little bit later after we've added detail to this part of the house. I also want you to connect this left part here. I want you to kind of like section this off like that, and then I want you to fill the top of this in using grey concrete like this. I want you to place grass up the center of this like this, and you should leave 2 blocks on the you should have 2 blocks on the left and 2 blocks on the right, because I want you to then place quartz slab around this like so. I'm just going to place quartz slab all the way around it. And then poppies, or whatever flower it is you want to use, just inside there.
A flower called
everywhere else
poppies,
up here, most places actually, not everywhere. I want you to then grab grass block, and I want you to place a strip of grass block all the way over on the right, next to the stairs. Place your grass, and then place poppies, or whatever flower or hedge or bush or whatever it is you want to place.
Poppies.
And then going to fill the rest of this in using quartz slab. So all of this is going to be filled in with quartz slab. I would even go as far as to fill in inside the house as well, using quartz slab as well. But in doing this, we will have a very cool walkway going around the top of the mansion.
Like
very
Hercules'
cool walkway.
house.
So we'll have something which should look exactly
I don't know how
like this.
Hercules' house
that looks
looks
really
like,
good
but
to me. And all I'm going to do is I'm
I'm
just
sure
also going to fill in just the inside here
like
using
this because
some
it's
quartz slabs
he's
as
super
well.
rich.
So I would also like to get this filled in using quartz slabs, and that is my flooring material. It doesn't have to be quartz slabs if you don't want it to be, but it just works quite well because it's not white concrete, it's not grey concrete. It's kind of a bit more white, a bit more vibrant, a bit. It stands out a little bit better than white concrete itself, and I like the slab, the tile sort of effect, like. That you get with quartz slabs, because ever since concrete, you know, sometimes everything kind of just blends together. But that's what we want to have so far for the house. Now, once that has been done, we have a few more things to do.
22 minutes in.
So, up here, there are only 2 interesting panels that are like different from all of the others. I shouldn't say interesting, but like they're different from the others. On the very right side here, we want to place white concrete in the left side and the right side of the panel with glass above them. So to make an entrance like that, basically, very similar to what we did just down below. And I'm also going to destroy the grey concrete in between and place a quartz slab. And the other interesting part is here where we have this, we're going to place a row of grey concrete coming up the middle, separating the area. We're then going to place quartz blocks left and right of the empty space like this, coming all the way up to the top. And this is just going to come all the way up to the top like this. I'm going to destroy the block in the center, replace it with a quartz slab.
Okay.
And what this is, very, very simply, it's where we have ladders. So I'm going to have a row of ladders just up here like that, and that will lead us from the second floor, the second floor really, the first floor, the top of the first floor, all the way up onto the third floor. I guess this is the second floor, right? This would be the second floor onto the third floor, right there. Okay,
I kind of feel like the bottom floor.
So,
ground floor
on the front of the build, I want you
top
to place
one
white
is the
concrete in
first.
between all of the grey concretes that we have at the base of the second story. So I want you to connect all of these parts together using white concrete like this in between all of the grey concretes. I'm going to grab the glass pane again because I wish I hadn't have chucked it away, and I'm going to place glass pane in between all of the empty spaces. So basically, we're just going to completely fill in all of these areas like this using glass pane. And of course the upper ones as well, just like this.
How's
and
your
also
day,
this one
guys?
too, where I very first started, to give us
Alright,
an
I'll
effect
leave
which
a
should
like.
look like that.
There, I've left a
Now,
like.
as we come round to the back,
How's,
we're going to want to
anyways,
do a very
how's
similar
your
thing.
day, guys?
So
Mine
on
was
the back
great.
of the house, it's very, very
I
simple.
fought.
Where you
I
can
won
see
a
the rows
train
of
with
grey
Whis,
concrete on the lower
fought
part of the
Vegeta.
house, extend them upwards and connect them to the top part of the house, like this.
Tried
And that
fighting
also
Lord
means here,
Beerus to see if I'm
and
stronger.
this big section
And this
here,
time
we
used
will actually want to
80%.
manually add this because we don't have one below, but just
So
split
that
it
shows
in
that
half.
I'm real. That I'm
And
getting
you'll do a similar thing on
really
the opposite
strong.
side. So, like, we'll want to connect this upwards, and then split this this part up the middle. So we'll
And I
end up
wonder
with
if
this.
I'll fight
To
Broly.
which all we then want to do is place white concrete all the way around the base of it.
I know Z
and then we'll
Broly,
be
but
placing glass
he's
paint,
in a
blue
different
glass paint,
universe.
filling in
Not
all
that
of
Broly,
the remaining
that
empty spaces.
is
So that's
angry
all we're going
with
to be
me
doing for
because
this particular
I
part.
cried
There is a little bit
as a
more
baby.
detail to
No.
add, however, once
The
again,
Dragon
we'll be
Ball
doing
Super
that once we
Broly.
progress a little bit more.
And I want to ask Beerus if I could go to Universe 6 and see Caulifla again.
Okay.
Alright.
That's been nice and easy. So once you have got that done, ladies and gents, we're now going to move on to the third and final floor. Grab the grey concrete
Go,
and place a row of
go!
grey concrete coming up from the back left-hand corner of the build. You're looking for 4 grey concretes.
Chichi
1,
just
2,
shouted.
3,
No.
4. And then
This
extend that 4th
video
grey
feels
concrete
a bit
to the
short.
right by 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then connect downwards and split up the middle, like that. Now, on the back side of this, we want to...
Cockroach,
it
what
might
are
be
you
easier
doing
actually
here?
to take
Oh,
this
hey,
grey
hey,
concrete row
Jinx.
right here, where we split up the windows.
It's
This row
time
right here,
for
you
us
can
to
see
check.
where it all lines up.
Hold
Place
on a bit.
4
This
grey concrete
video
coming up
just
from
has
this block.
17
1,
more minutes.
2, 3, 4, and then connect that
Fine,
block
I
to
guess
the
I'll
right,
watch.
like that.
16 minutes actually.
And again, we're going to
Oh!
want to split this where we have the natural split
Alright, so let's
in the house,
see what they do.
like that.
Woo! Okay.
Now, once you have done that, the
Is that the
next
second
thing
floor?
we're going to want to do
Yeah,
is
it is.
we want to take the top corner of this and we want to extend it forwards and connect it to the opposite corner on the left, like that.
Hey,
And then
Vegeta.
connect down
Yeah.
the grey concrete in the corner.
I've been wanting to ask you
like
something.
this.
What is
I
it?
then want you to join the
How
bottom
old are you?
together. So, like the bottom of the shape
Cock-
that we've created, it's just a big
cockroach.
rectangle.
Don't ask me
I
those
want you
questions.
to join it together
I am
in the roof,
50,
like that. So there you would join it together,
50.
and like here you would join
Hold
it
on.
together, like that. And then on the side, you're going to want to place a row of grey concrete that like cuts it in half, like that, following the shape of the build. And on the front, you're going to want to have 2 of these cuts. So here and here, like this. Nice. Next thing we're going to want to do is fill the center of this in using some quartz slab. So we're going to completely fill in all of the empty space in the center with quartz slab here. And we're going to come all the way over to the right side. We're going to fill all of this in using quartz slab also, like that. And then we're going to fill the complete middle part
I
of this
am
in also using
58
quartz
years
slab
old.
as well.
Man, you're old. Well,
And there
how
are
old
a
are
few
you?
details that we will be adding to the
I don't know.
house once
I know.
we do.
I know.
Once we have completed this.
How old am I? 43. Oh,
Okay.
man.
So now that you've created that area,
Okay.
we have 2 entrances. One is right in the middle on the front of the build,
This
and it's
house
the
looks
same
smaller
entrance
than
that we built
mine.
many times over.
Of course
Place
it is.
glass pane underneath
It's a
the middle
mansion.
part of the top of the entrance, and then white
Imagine
concrete on
mansion.
the left.
Capsule
right.
Corp is bigger.
And on the right side, leading out onto this balcony, we want to have the same. So quartz pane. What am I talking about? Blue stained glass pane across the top with white concrete coming down to make 2 entrances.
2
I'm
floors.
also going to place some blue stained glass pane around the front entrance. Pretty much everywhere but where we would climb in is where I'm going to be placing some blue stained glass pane like that. I'm also going to place white concrete in the bottoms of all of the windows. This is the same design over and over again.
Alright.
We're not getting fancy
Alright,
here, ladies and
Vegeta,
gentlemen. This is
just wait for
this is what we've got.
13
Oh, no,
more
I destroyed the grey
minutes.
concrete. There we go.
Fine.
This is the design. It's very simple, very effective, looks really good, and it's just a really cool, fun, easy house to make. We're then going to place glass pane on top of all of the remaining white concretes. Every single one of them, like here, across the back. We've got one on the right here as well, and just one left on the front. And then, of course, we've also got to fill in the tops of these as well. So,
I heard
just got to get all these done.
Gohan came on the channel. Yeah, he did. Then he left it to Goten. I was thinking Trunks could come.
Just like that.
Alright.
Next, we're going to
Trunks.
fill the top of this in with a material
Yeah,
of choice.
Dad.
So I'd recommend
You
white
brought
concrete, quartz block,
Trunks
grey
with you?
concrete. I'd recommend maybe a roof garden. You could even use grass if
Yes,
you wanted to.
he wanted to
or
come
even
and
glass
kill me
block. Like
with
glass block's
Goten.
not a bad material because obviously, like it
Hey,
lets
Mr.
in natural light and
Goku.
stuff, but
Hey,
it
Trunks.
depends what you want
Where's
to use.
Goten?
You can use pretty much
Oh,
anything.
Goten?
as
Goten's
you like,
in the
but I wanted
house.
to make it a bit
You
different.
can go get him.
Now, you might notice
Wait,
what is missing
Goten!
a little bit around the house. There is something missing, and it does make a big difference, doesn't it? You might be noticing that we don't have quartz slabs in a few places. Let's start from the bottom of the build, and let's
Where?
work our way up. So, begin on the front left-hand corner of the build,
We're
and
supposed
place
to
a
have
row
quartz
of quartz
slabs there?
blocks
Alright.
coming up level with the row of grey concrete that started off from the build. And then take the top of that quartz block and place quartz slabs going around the top of the base of the lower part of the house. The quartz slabs are just going to go all the way around like this and connect to the staircase on the right. We're also going to have quartz slabs go all the way around, and I do want to confirm that it's actually all the way around. It is.
I guess
I
I'll
want
go
quartz
Super
slabs
Saiyan
beginning from
3.
the top of the ladders, go all the way up to the second story of the house. So it's
Alright.
it'll go all the way around
Kakarot.
everywhere, and it will connect
Stop
together
being a
nicely to the
show-off.
opposite side of the
Come on,
ladders.
Vegeta. I just wanted to go Super
As we
Saiyan
eventually
3
get
on the
there,
video.
like
Or I can take it down a notch to 2 if you
that.
want.
Makes such a
Just
difference.
watch already.
And then when
I'm
it
waiting
comes
for
to
a
the top of the
fight,
build
you
as
know.
well, we want to place
Alright.
a row of quartz slabs simply just going around the very top of this as well.
The
Just like
primal
that.
instinct is starting to kick in.
And it looks so much better like this because it really puts a new shape on the build, and it applies a nice bit of contrast. That looks so much better than it did before. I think that you guys will agree. I hope you guys do anyway. Okay, next we have a small tree to plant where we have this square of grass. So it's very simple to place this tree. Place about 3 birch wood, 1, 2, 3, and then place about 3 leaves, any leaves, doesn't matter, 1, 2, 3. Extend the bottom outwards in every direction, like this. Such a simple tree, and it looks great too. Every direction, just all the way around. Take the middle part and extend it forwards, left, right, and back. That is a very, very simple tree. The tree's actually a bit tall, isn't it? I might reduce the size of the tree. I might make it one. You know, I'm going to make it one row shorter because I actually think it will look a bit cuter.
Isn't it?
But the principle is still the
Vegeta.
same. So
I
2
think you
birch,
should-
and then I'm going to
Oh,
place
this
1,
is
2,
draining
3,
my energy.
and then all
I
the way
think you
around the
should go
bottom.
back to 2.
So connecting together
Alright.
like this. Make the tree as high as you like, by the way. You could even
Yeah.
bone meal one up. And then on top of that, you just take the middle and you extend it outwards in every single direction. Yeah, that looks a lot cuter. I like that a lot more.
Kick in.
Okay, so now that that has been done, ladies and gents, I mean, what do we even have left to do? We've done so much. Well, we do have a lot of decoration to do on the outer part of the house right now. Okay? So, what are we going to be doing first of all? So,
how about I transform
am going to begin by taking the staircase that we have on the right side of the build, and I'm going to dig a double row from the staircase out towards the boundary of the grid, so where the grid is. If you haven't made the grid, dig it to the very end of the house where you place the quartz. And speaking of quartz, we're going to fill in this area here that we've just dug out using quartz slabs.
How many minutes, Kakarot? Just 8 more minutes.
Like that?
Alright.
Then we're going to dig a double row of quartz slabs going immediately left of the staircase
and
hitting the house.
So just
and we're going to fill this in using quartz slabs as well. So if that makes sense, like immediately as soon as you get to the staircase, double row, quartz slabs in the ground like that. We're then going to dig a double row coming out across the front of the house like this. And it's just going to stop here, so it's, you know, it's kind of a peculiar shape, this. But this is exactly what you're going to want to have. Something like that, okay?
Or play for that
matter. Now, the next thing we're going to
do
is we are going to place some, a little bit of grey concrete and stuff around this, just so that we can kind of get a gist of where we're going to be building this to. So let me give you a bit of an example, okay? Okay. So on the front of the house, just right up where we have all these slabs, kind of like making a cool pattern. So I want you to take this block specifically right at the bottom where we have all of the pattern quartz and place 4 grey concrete coming out.
Videos with
1, 2,
Gohan,
3, 4.
Trunks.
Place a grey concrete going right.
Heck, even
Kakarot. Then I want you to place 8 glass going right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I want you to place 2 grey concrete. 1, 2. And then extend the grey concrete backwards and around the quartz path, moving through it. Place 2 more grey concrete. 1, 2. And then move backwards, connecting to the house. So that might seem a little bit tricky, but in all fairness, all we've done is that.
How many minutes?
I want you to then, once you've done that, I want you to dig a row in front of this double window here, in this section that we've been working on, and I want you to place a row of grey concrete, like this. And I want you to dig out this entire section here. So all of the grass inside of it, this entire section. Shuffle the quartz slabs towards the end of the house and place a row of quartz stairs coming down from the slabs. So what have we got here? Well, the house is designed to have an underground room. And that's all it is, a cellar basically. So all we have to do is just place enough quartz stairs coming downwards, and eventually all we have to do is just place enough quartz stairs coming downwards and dig out the rest of the area as far down as you have to do it, so that we can have a room underneath the house. So it's very easy to do. I'm also going to dig out all this dirt as well. I'm going to replace that dirt using the grey concrete, and then somewhere inside here, you know, you want to be able to have a doorway, maybe even a double doorway perhaps, and underneath the house that allows us to have a nice hidden away room. And that's all that is, and you're going to want to dig out all of the remaining grey concretes here, and also underneath all of the glass panes here as well. We're going to want to have grey concrete like all the way underneath here, and you get the point. So we want to dig out all of this, and we want to make it look nice and man-made and farmed. And you're probably wondering to yourself, TSMC, but what about the stupid ugly bedrock? Well, that's very simple. If you are on bedrock version, you can destroy said bedrock and then replace it using quartz slab. I have only learned this recently. I did not know you could do this until very, very recently, but you can actually like pop down underneath the world, which I think is absolutely mental. Yeah, I think that's crazy. I love it. There we go. And then obviously this would be hollowed out. Not doing it in this tutorial because it's really up to you depending on what you want to do with the house. But underneath here, you would have a nice big hidden room with your stuff in it. That's basically all that is for. Now, I also want to take this area here on the left. I'm going to dig between these two areas and place grey concrete in between.
Yeah.
Some glass pane on top.
Alright,
And then
Vegeta,
all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to plant some flowers. This is just a nice little flower bed area right there.
Get ready to spar.
Well, what else do I want to do? So,
Start
around
stretching.
here, I'm going to dig around this path here. And I'm going to place some grey concrete to kind of like outline the path. Basically just joining this front right-hand corner together. As a matter of fact, I might even destroy these quartz slabs, I don't know.
Here's my gi.
And I'm going to place some jungle
ready,
leaves on the
Vegeta.
side with some poppies. And again, poppies are my favourite flower, but you know, substitute it for whatever you like.
Poppies?
So just around here.
Who named the flower
this you could
kind of flower that?
Poppies, or you could have something else. In this corner, I'm opting for some more greenery, so some more bushes, some poppies around it like that. And ladies and gentlemen, I mean, there's not really too much more for us to do with the house. You can see it's pretty much done
2 minutes.
at this point. The only thing that I'm actually wanting to do is just make a nice little lounging area because we have earned a break, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I have a lounging area on the original version of this house. It's all the way up the top here, and all it is, it's quartz stairs with quartz slabs in front, and it has a double end rod behind. And we need something to hang it off, like a slab on top of the end rods, and then some grey banners all the way around this. And it's basically just a nice little lounging area, just hidden away up on top of the house. And that's all there is to this house, ladies and gents. Let me get rid of all of the writing and stuff, and then we can take a look at this thing. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is what your house will look like once it has been 100% fully completed. I hope this is what yours looks like as well. If you have enjoyed this tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button. I'd really, really appreciate it. And if you have made it this far in the video, please share it with a friend. Sharing is caring. Feel free to subscribe to the channel to make sure that you get all of my other videos sent directly to your search box. I'm sure that you're going to be very interested in what I've been making on the channel recently. Click the little bell and that will further make sure that they do actually get sent there. And if you do have any more hankerings for some buildering, then check out the card system and the description below. I'd highly recommend the Modern Mansion playlist. You can actually see quite a few of them in the background. They're all in their own different little styles, but they all do kind of borrow from each other as well. We've got some very, very cool builds on the channel, and I do hope that you
like what he said. Like, share, and subscribe to TSMC Minecraft. He does great videos. Yeah, he does. So even subscribe to Jaden and my channel. We share a channel, so like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to Jaden's cousin's channel. Alright. See you guys. It's been a great day so far. So if you need a great laugh, come back here and like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content. See you guys.
a lot. Thank you so much.